and what's so muhri a celebrity about.
Well, if you could let me understand the question well, the tree is too deep for me.
Maintain a medebro for fry. And I'm able to say that new cocoa a year price here bay, FOB price here bay. Where your price up, and answer price cocoa for no cocoa farmers no. Almost celebrity about and answer. He said you can't say you're also managing your life. No? Where your cocoa price or no more manage your own life.
Well, I think that we need to acknowledge that Ghana today, many people, very few people are satisfied with their conditions of life. Whether you're a worker, whether you're a business person, the returns you get from your business, which are really the challenges and so on. So if you take farmers, the challenges that farmers are facing generally, and then the returns they get from their sweat, that's not so rewarding. So is cocoa farmers. So cocoa farmers are also inundated with all these challenges. But if you look at what they get is the diesel price. And more often than not, it is not adequate. And the current one is not adequate as well. So when government increase it by 58%, that will go a long way to pushing the farmers. But one cannot say it is adequate, it is sufficient for the farmers. But again, there have been stakeholder consultations on it before the price is given. And I want to believe that all factors were put on table for all of them to consider. And then I believe this is what they could give at that for now.
I mean, when you talk about stakeholder consultation, and then when you begin to hear some of the cocoa farmers say that, look, their views or what they feel about the current price of cocoa at the world market and what they should be receiving at this particular point does not in any way reflect on the price. Exactly what does that mean? I mean, because they say, look, there should have been a reflection of what they want in the so-called stakeholder consultation. If that was truly done, then the price that they deserve should have been put forward. What is currently being given is what some of them has described as unfair as far as their livelihoods are concerned. What do you make of this?
Well, you see, it's a tricky issue, and we need to be very open with it. Cocoa farmers, unlike any other producer, does not look for market for himself. And it is agencies, there's a value chain. When you produce, there are a number of players on the value chain before it is sold at the international market. There is cost to all of that. Operational cost of cocoa board is also there. So it's not the case that what is at the price at the international market should just reflect on cocoa farmers alone, because there's cost along the value chain. But then, I believe we can also still look at what is reasonable in view of the world market price vis-a-vis the cost along the value chain and what is given to the farmers. That conversation can always be there. And when it comes to the determination of prices of this nature, there are many factors that go into it. Those at the negotiating table representing farmers and all other interests will look at all these factors and come out with what is available. But I'm not saying that they will always come out with a price that will be viewed as satisfactory for every cocoa farmer, or nothing cannot be done about it.
But the price should be reasonable. Is that not your point?
Yes, it should be reasonable.
But is this one reasonable?
Well, I'm yet to see. You see, again, the price increase must have an objective. And the objective will come, you realize the objective later on. As we speak now, the price in the world market has gone up. We don't have enough cocoa beans to take advantage of the well market price, because there's also a high level of smuggling of cocoa beans outside this country now. Mm-hmm. So it is not only, it's not a situation whereby we have got the cocoa beans here and then we just have to sell. So we need to bring up a price that will help us reduce the smuggling of cocoa outside the country. That's one. Then we also need to bring out a price that would reflect that well market price has gone up. So it is important to also bring up the producer price for farmers to benefit from the windfall. So these two reasons, I think, are so major in the determination of the price.
Okay. Now, on the argument of reasonability, let's take a look at the situation as it pertains now, comparatively to the 2016-2017 crop season. On our screen right now are the various prices as pertains to now and then 2016-2017. Now, in the case of 2023-2024, world market price per bag in cedis term is at 8,125. And if you look at government share as per the world market price per bag, we're looking at 6,055 cedis. And the cocoa farmer is taking 2,070 Ghana cedis. Now, juxtapose this with 2016-2017 crop season, where the world market price per bag in cedi term was around 719 Ghana cedis. The farmer was taking 475 cedis, whilst government share per bag was 244 Ghana cedis. So when you look at the differences in this, you ask yourself, look, at a certain time, it was done in a manner in which it inured to the benefit of the farmer. Why can't it be done now, especially at a time where we are talking about a bad economic situation in the country?
Well, yes, unfortunately for now, I am not, you see that I'm speaking to you on phone. I'm not watching the TV to see the figures that you are putting up there. Mm-hmm. And besides that, I need to do analysis of those figures and so on. Mm-hmm. And then so that I could proffer some professional and objective opinion on it. But again, you can appreciate that the state of the economy today is not the same as the state of the economy in 2016. We all acknowledge that the state of the economy today is worse than it was in 2015, 2016. You can say that by taking some examples. You get me? There are clear examples today which you can use to show that the economy is not the same. Mm-hmm. Farmers are also within the economy, and all of us are bearing the brunt of it. There is that there's haircut on anybody's investments in this country. Pensioners are demonstrating even money that they put in there, they cannot get it. Bonds that used to stay, they are not more safe. Fuel prices have gone up beyond daily. You can't know when it's going to go up. All those things. Transport fares have gone up. Cost of living has gone up. In spite of the fact that GDP is going up. We also know that corruption has reached a certain level that is unprecedented in our history. We know that the economy is heavily indebted. Totally broke to the point where creditors we are pleading with creditors not to take their money, and we are not paying our debt. So, in all these things, you can understand why any revenue that comes to government with, they would like to take more of it. So, having said that, I just want to say that, farmers are also bearing the brunt. If things were good, I believe farmers will also benefit just like any other person.
Yeah, but should they be the ones who would have to be at the suffering end? Especially some time ago, you had indicated that government, you actually challenged government to increase the farm gate price of cocoa by 150%. You even went on. I'm talking about your group, your association, GAO. You even went on to say that this would deal with the situation of illegal mining activities, destroying farmlands and all that. So if you put such a challenge across to government, why should there be any justification as far as what the government is going through, for which the farmer would have to take the lesser portion of the meat?
You again understand that you make good suggestions, but government does not take it. I mean, it is not about me or my organization, but many well-meaning Ghanaians and organizations have made suggestions, and government did not take. So you see, sometimes it is all we are where we are today because of government intransigence on some of the policies they continue on. And if I want to recount on them, look, the discounted benchmark value, which they were subsidizing imports against local producers, it was needless. But in 2019, we agitated on it, AGI, Ghana Association of Industries, and the likes of our organization and individuals said no, it was not the right way to go. Government insisted on it until only in 2023 budget that they now took it off. By then, all local industries have been destroyed. The Party for Food and Jobs came. We had challenges. We raised those challenges. They insisted that it was performing at 100%. Success. Today, what is there to show? So I can get the frustration. I am frustrated, and many others are frustrated that we have a government that does not listen to us. What is the sense of democracy when your government does not listen to its people? So I'm not surprised that they could not. They didn't give the 150% increase. I'm not surprised. Only that I'm disappointed. Because it is look, the world market price is such that if we are able to take advantage of it now, look, it will be more than any other. Look, because on the average, 2,600 is enough to break even. Now it is over 10,000. So if we are able to raise our producer price by 150%, and then that motivates farmers to bring out every cocoa beans that they have in their custody, and then that also makes smuggling totally highly unattractive. Then we can retain these beans and sell it and bring it back and get the money back. But of course, we are not the managers of the system. At the end of the day, you make your views, and then they will decide whether they should take it or not. So, for me, I think that I am not totally satisfied. But then, of course, this is what we have now, and we have to discuss that.
But what do you make of some implications? Many have predicted that, look, we may come to a point where the farmers would decide not to sell to government, but would rather want to take their destiny into their own hands. Like we have in the case of Cote d'Ivoire, where there's no cocoa board to be serving as a middle person or middle body in dealing with issues of such nature. If we get to that point, what will be the implications?
Well, I think that, you see, our economies, we have a similar economy with Cote d'Ivoire. But when it comes to its operation, they are operating a French system. We are operating an English system. And they also have challenges, their system that they are operating with, and they have advantages. We also have advantages and then challenges. It isn't that their system is less. It is only that when you have our system, you should keep in addressing the challenges and promoting the benefits of it. So to switch from our system to their system will require a very thorough analysis of the situation, because their system also fits into their national system. I think that our system is a very good one, except that we are not managing it well. Look, we could have replicated this cocoa industry system and selected crops, so that they could be properly managed. But we are unable to replicate it, because one of the major things is that if you're a producer, you should not be thinking about market. Who should collect your produce at your farm gate should be guaranteed. Your price should be predetermined. You know what you're going to, so that you can do all your calculations. So the hassle of looking for buyers and the rest doesn't arise at all with cocoa producers. because they will come to your farm gate and pick it. Our system is also good. So I'm saying that even if we want to change, then we should be very mindful. We don't rush and make a change that we may not get the full benefit of it.
Very well. Thank you very much, Edward Caraway, and Ubra Wanyamaye. At least you're from community, and let's see how it pans out in the coming days, because the cocoa farmers are threatening something big is about to hit Ghana on the back of this new price.
Thank you, sir.
Very well. Dr. Edward Caraway, and our in Kano, General Secretary, Emma Agricultural Workers Union. Also, Mudioma Kasa. Look buying a challenge crash, and Kabuan 150%. And in this case, we are looking at somewhere beyond a little above 50%. And Peter Kozimensa, Peter Edasua, somebody can catch all. Then there were no one program. No, a member of the NDC communications team, former GRACSAG president, a little above 50%. When you away, and we're carrying the Gaumo Emma Abai said 150%. When to be a new home. Omukra woman susuyemuno. And Kabai to be trabone duwa. And on a bit my pointia, say, Coco Crianino. What giant nefu, and Yama Gadam say for. And this smuggling in the home chronobana, and Coco Sono. A banya opportunity with what may say. I was also teared with Caraway, Wabra may put it to you. Who said Tierney Biwa? Was not sure Diana was a share. A band to be a woman yet to be a get one. Sika someone yet. Grabansu Yenfino. When to be Mabusia Bio, a castle. Etina, Nechefana, or what Nechefa Woko Nimono, Nidian was so a chain, Woko Crianino. Sabini here, Ska.
Many are coming.
When any agri,
No question. That's just a concern. In fact, yeah, me and you are logical. I said, yeah, don't mind. Sunday. Abrewa ene ewo half ma
Yako
ebere no so a eba ibra dauda
yeah Beatrice anan ehwe was say nani jija no pa was say anopa de na ye so no basis abre was say oh
I am the boss.
Also, pursue a peer about Wimpy.
I am the boss. And now I miss you. I make up pass him. Now, Minya back. Udini Bevdin, one of the promising young NDC men. Very intelligent. And Johnny, your money happy. A man. At least we have the men. In fact, show you in the picture. In fact, amazing, very handsome young man. Edinama and this.
I feel when you
lawyer so much. Na winning baby.
Yes.
My catcher was. I am not correct. Obey me a caste. A buying a war. Ibia.
Yeah.
And yet, at the fufro. Obianim say we are in a serious economic mess. But the serious economic mess, no, now who cause them? That is the question. Why an amasia or minor economy na practice pansa?
But there you Ghana this one.
Ya bino nama economy na practice pansa.
And the sounds you Ghana this one.
And I be Ghana this one, or must sumagu so. Yeah. I didn't come about public debt. It is so strange. The government within 7 years about this year 500 billion Ghana cedis. Over been see down. Me, I'm a student of politics. I didn't me the political history of Ghana from 1951 till now. I am telling you, no historical record be a trace. A bembia babe bob besia pancha ye regu for 500 billion over a module. And we say, if we are in economic wars, economic mess, Sabreya, 500 billion, it's so serious. And me sometimes say young phobia no more bekasa. I want them to reference all these factors. You must say, I am mismanagement. I am sikadia basa, and I may do some pompos. Yeah, Coco board one Americano. within 7 years no e kana e wo no nko ano wo hwe nkrata ye ekura me ya wo hwe nkrata ye ekura me ya within 7 years no e 13.62 billion Ghana cedis.
Wow.
7 years old. 13.62 billion Ghana cedis.
Enfienso
Again, the cano efa Abraham Hama shisha cocoa sector honum, cocoa board one masha near Mago and the amamo. Umatwaso, Namunya and Yamama Cocoa California Hontoya, a car, Womaja Atuosiano. 13.6 billion. Again, 136 trillion. Of us, Akaway, the penny bit me. And the Ubusa wants to see Kawa money again. So now who cost some? If we are in economic mess,
yes.
What's your banner? Who China? Why na man who we have? A banner Cassan, I swear, what dear we and so, a dear one.
The abundance on 1 year day. Sounds like
my metro. The critical impact of some mess now, you woman. Ghana for the cocoa for the faces are impact. The negative impact of Amamo Boneno. Any economy now, Tia Gijano. Ghana for nutrient, but your mamma's radio. Cocoa Quianino. And fertilizer now the good cocoa this one with cocoa need me so. What na ye kotono. But that boy thing. Confedo. Akate master. Na anu the good the cocoa so no. And then akate master. Confedo no ne boy thing. Person near chichama mu firi o. And wo mokoto. Ne boy thing. Cocoa kwiani the babeko school. Obeko market. Odu dwama so a. Eni ma boy thing. Samantia. Maybe I know tono 28 Ghana cedis and then over 100 Ghana cedis. Iron Roswa. Maybe I will turn 28 million and then over 100 million.
Goodness.
So what I say, high expenses, no high prices of goods and services, no go quite for they are facing it. Almost cano. How would they ma one? 20 million ya working. What the quadra man so says, yes, or Cotoniama, would do end me to shame, no. And the economic situation now cocoa and any common. I will no crashing in the woman and yet easy. And to better bring 20 million. Now by Yadanko that oh ya tomorrow. That ripple effects no cocoa and any bravo bro. You didn't factor into consideration. And to me, Charles say, about when cause where ya brossed the where ya brossed the empire and can you temper. One cocoa nisi can be crano, and what's a badge baku be a ton of 40 million. When I make a catch would you kufa do ni ba womia so mutima densa den o mutima tensa den ya ton cocoa no wa dwama so 81 million no would you also pay asem kra wo ni ye nchemu pe na ma ye 40 million because me tell say you were John Dramani Mahama and na tia ba nwan su sesia cocoa akuafo yi enka badge baako Manya kura na nyamu 60 million. Me na me catch.
But the omo de chichiro mo no, omo de chichiro akuafo no ne. Aban de chichiro akuafo no, and say the stakeholder consultation. Meaning say obi o matter bia within the cocoa sector. Omo je na dwenkyere. Omo bo this is edge na ye.
Cocoa stakeholder engagement na ya aba mu mpanifo no. Ya aba mu mpanifo na aba ye wakufo no na power mo no. Power mo at the various cocoa sectors no. Cocoa gofona on one point your mona one wa kasa comfort call. Me se bawomia na atu ye wakufo ado for say. The see economic situation na wo mu no. E wo mu se cocoa kuani ni cocoa no. Ya tono 81 million wo dwama so. Anke wose ya fa mo kra ye mo 60 million. But as chairman of economic management team bawomia to wakufo ado for say. Omo only 20 million. Na me catch you. It is about me to Akufo-Addo as chairman of economic management team. Who are you appointee? I am from several stakeholder meeting and Akoka said there be Yama Ekuafo 60 million. So the crux of the matter is a order from above.
No, but hold on. Ekuafo so mu Ekuafo. Ekuafo no mutumi kasa.
Group baako our friend now in common. Did he tell you so cause I stakeholder meeting? Only mo she. Enti me kire say it is not about Ekuafo na omo matter no. And now can say you Akufo-Addo fam ho. Mo na mo ble aban. Ba wo me a ye chairman of economic management team. Atu no when you say Opon Kroma ka kire ye say. Na ye Akufo-Addo ayi ye nhihye bia wi ano de ahye ba wo me ansam say na sika sam no ye nya ne den. Enti as far as Sikasambia is concerned, eya bawomia. Enti bawomia ne tu Akufo-Addo for say, sabire wo mu say 81 million, but Akufo ne betimi am only 20 million pe. Because ye sika dia campaign. Utia ni yo, bawomia atu abane for say o hia sika dia campaign. Enti 81 million na ye ton koko no. Sa oma koko Akufo bi amefa ne say 50 million krampa wonye sika nya campaign. Economic me say, ya no information be free Flagstaff House and ye di adwuma. Me catch them. There are so many people on more Flagstaff House on money nye because someone will say abani bu Akufo. Abano bu Akufo, but bawomia tu ne abane fo as chairman of economic management team say ono samri abani yesika. Yes, can omuhiano, omuhia bi dia campaign so. Enti so koma Akufo no bru 50 million pom ho betro mo. Enti yamma Akufo no 20 million. Na ye van dada omu because sabio ye nyimsa ho kire wo krom. Enti obi ti 20 million beka sa abana ya de adanko dada do. Oma ye Akufo frakadam. Ebi si da.
And maybe on better Shamodi once and beyond. No many akojina a cocoa board.
Yes.
In the case of Cote d'Ivoire, Omani is about the borders. Omaya no makoton, my dear. Sana was a Ghana corner.
No, a tea. And yes, Sana was a Ghana co. And Tina Metro say, President John Dramani Mama set a standard. I am a more born in Amaya Hundi.
Let us say, and
yes, institution. You feel one of no cocoa board, night woman, Nika.
That's a cocoa board, Korean.
And I make us and penny for the assessor. And a management, a administration. And you were Akufo-Addo buy, and penny for more that cocoa board one, and was a someone or then crow for Akogu. A son in crow for no Diomukogu hono, and Fian Song and Tamono, Yasia Boka, 13.6 billion Ghana cedis. 136 trillion. Baba, the car where yes, she said what to create a more 50 Ghana bondo no. The best is not to create one son alive from Accra, Yakosi Kumasi. 136 trillion. Cocoa board of Kayabo. And this car was here the work we have for. And you didn't yafu. I can't wait, Mrs. Sika, we have it didn't happen under President Mama. A dear way and see what President Mama pencil. Crack. And the year was so warm. That's the car we are fighting. Missy Okafui. Mamma Peneson that. Mamma Preso Tina. Wamaya mo frakadam. It is a Yura Mahamat Hua and can ne for Akufo. Baje ba kumanya kra mesinka 60 million kamubenya. 60 million.
Okay, so tie na na obadi opambo mene ne kasa no. No ya dan bibia di bo kasa ye nto ye bo ase. Bibi besi. Ba wote wo kakra kire no. Nia ye te ne se omayo madwin se de obunya mfa aban so enton mu koko.
Sadie smuggling na ba.
Sadie ni sia. E die ne besi.
How
na de beba.
Na you see no one of the resources are ye nya so mfa so. E koko ya. Na me tell say abano aside cocoa price na yes 81 million no premium price na ye de ma no abana ni sam na ko entis unim so already a ton tons of cocoa na ye ton 2016 na ye exporting about 960,000 metric tons of cocoa and we are below 500,000 metric tons of cocoa. Why? Because abana say ye bonny enti cocoa production na Yura John Dramani Mama records no a woman cocoa production na ekoso no ambane say ye boni ntino and the production na perform enti sa wa mamu boni biom esa be ma smuggling akoso na de wo se ye defa abaya kwan so no ama at the end of the day your revenue channel no and now ba be de obekati enti you are still going to burden the public purse because it can was wa ba mu through cocoa production no people will be smuggling it. You see, and I am a cassette.
No, just about me. I was a buying
Mamma
and the Magana. No, your battery,
and then I make it.
Wow.
Bawomia is the biggest political scammer Ghana has ever had. No, when you need that economic insight. Obia or Jenny or Mindisi Kasem who ye. Now I yet analysis no the amount buying say, hey. And I'm more year to ye two in so send a beba. In so something a beba. Sikaya de ma come out here for a sa. A creafo bufu pe. Ombe your madden say. Omodi omuko no bafa. But you can't no more cocoa divan Burkina no macacoton. ebasa oman no sika ye benya no eso bet enti aban yenye yen hihye ni say said de beya akoko ni nyina be fa yen right channel government said de be benya revenue se unim obi anko wo economic nyansa pa said de ye boba wo mia baso e wo kroma wa bra no opposition professors ye campaign man no lecturers ye campaign man no student ye campaign man no enne sana ni nyina no eye 419 enne ba wo mia dwane analysis ya make ontumi nya maban no afutuo pawei ontumi fa maban no ene wonam ene wadane ne ho sabio political comedian ene woduru ha na ye kase ye be say ene aye wei ene ye kase ye be say the real economic situation, the real economic challenges ya ene ye wo mu a na nkasa abasobo e de man wo position na for person mu nya so mfaso no ye nya so mfaso enti samre o ka the implication e beba ne say government revenue is going to go down. The care was sabani nyano yenya because I'm for be divert ni yeko na yewura John Dramani Mahama nyansa mu no wo kire se kana fo mesramo enya sa vision we na menya ye vision ya yewura John Mahama enyama de cocoa sector the agric sector no wa senka yewura Mahama na dasukura mamuo we mu aho ye nuru heavy anka nya de be keswa but I'm telling you say atia emu ye yesi atia bebo nyina yewura John Mahama nhihye ye pa no wo ma cocoa akwiafo yewura John Mahama nhihye ye pa no wo de ma agric sector no ye besere Ghana fo ade we na ba beto ho no obi an take no as a communal labor obi a ye kwani bia n take no a serious concern say aban no den ayo mo frakadam wo ye cocoa kwani wo tie me wa Ashanti region wo tie me wo Eastern region wo tie me wo Western North Western region wo tie me wo miankasa medium ahafo region and all other regions some ye cocoa growing areas. This is a broad day thievery.
Okay.
We a broad day thievery. We are kete krono bona bane ebo kwiafo. That is the punchline.
Sa we are kete krono boya sema. Okay, don't come on so maso. Ewo omo sema omo kuruche ye no. Na mama kai omo last paragraph was it the minority wishes to serve notice that we shall hold the minister for agriculture before parliament to answer for this broad daylight robbery perpetrated against our gallant cocoa farmers. While at it, the minority shall in the coming days hold a series of engagements with cocoa farmers and other industry players on the way forward for Ghana's dying cocoa industry.
Any minority era kezala to forcing papa economic no yet the real economic profit era ato forcing the leader of the minority caucus in parliament. You see they said the name started American adia no enkomo no ba ye no eye omo na pusu abani mpo e mo this antumu we ba yo me say said the Akufo de ne ba wo mia ya bro no
bere ni nti wo de yima no sa kasa kire dwumadie ye twe minister aba parliament na ye ne akuafo ni stakeholders eye nhyiamu no the minority person omo ye no bibi papa bi be free mamba
ahun say sa stakeholder we na omo ka no omo na ekoye proper stakeholder no because omo ko engage those who matters, those who are in the field of what the cocoa business ni omo ayeden akwa no baba. President Mama, when it comes to engagement and consultation, or you're king of it, or ye be. Until the wire be dancing your friend, I buafo. Let me just say the minority caucus air canon. I no crap. And what will come out from this from it and they say, Omoba develop it and also design a roadmap. I ya debe share yen cocoa 2 months say and they said you be improving the cocoa sector. And it is a nyamiya dumna December 7th. And a phone na ya no baye. Ye koto ba ne ma yewura John Dramani Mahama ye ba power pe ta engagement we am ye no omo de beto apono so ni ya hwem ni ya expand no ni ya ye ni ya execute na aboa kokko kwani omo wo sahwi nkonya brabra hele abobo ya omo wo sahwi nka ahafo nka semu nkrankrom twabidi twa piase a omo ye kokko nyina no sa nhihye ye we no ye de beto apono so na aboa omo na abanya odwene se Koko ntumi abwe ma me fa 60% makuani no ma me fa 20% pe we eya abanya wodwene ye ho ye wura Akufo ado de wo ba woni ba wo mi a
na minister so ye twina ba Parliament there. Say idea of my oh,
you see,
when no dear, the money you different.
You see, Ayana de Bia me catch Ghana for say. Important say minority will set the record. Yo, it is important say minority best set the record and say ya came minister ne bias won be yi ano. So why nya ya because edentina esi ye no anya den 1 to 1 amount. Ye to 1 amount, ye 2 amount and some minister ne be ba gina mrahye bedwam aka no. Be ye Ghana fo nyina asumasem. Ghana fo nyina be hu anu yi ode beba. Ene said ye be si atoto no at the end of the day. Ye be hu say minority for no more kanokre. Aban no etwa ye ntro. It should be on record. At the end of the day, Sabana and 2 1 among cry. It should be on record, say, your prime minister, no, and me a query no. The DNT ya to price mu 81 million. Now, Marco Quakia for only 20 million. Treyemu, a DNama government taking this decision. It's the more the Babano, none of Wubehu. Na yen Yatia said, na abayens and I will say, Ampa. I dear we see and minority Oman Atenase. Omutu anamo senka ye pusu aban. Aban no enya den emfa bim ka homa akuafo but aban na anya den entie won enti me no some of these things yes it's true we call ye be from aba ye be wetere farm ye nkosi aga but it's important e be call records say we see ye no minority fo no anya hwehan Oman Atenase omo sori gina makoko akuafo omo kuma akoko akuafo enu ti na e ma ne pasa enti me dia ye mo ma ba so was anamonti omutu because this is very very important step I might take your meno as a young man. I'm so happy. Yenya concerned minority members be piano no ma sorry no ma take step am be piano ma intervene and boy and save we in situation. Yenya sa part the anka over. Yeah, it's very important.
Okay, and over the last months and period was abre ya kwakoto abai. Yeah. War campaign trail no so no. Yenyan say campaign asimpo no. Yeah. And then Pupuye Kakri, a tell said, His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. On one Kasatra question, yes, a year no, no one marking a home. None will Kojina, and what say, on your bad Mamu Crampa, where Trabe or say 70%. Now, Becca, a better now war pack, ne campaign want to man. Yes, what Dine say, what they adhere by a friend of performance tracker. Yes. Na numunu na amanfo ebetima kwakore jumo me di juma so no a o me di dia ma o my God menya ne ntiyese on the 10th of April ye wukwa de ya no omo ba be town hall meeting na omo ba no gimpa na hono no omo be pa performance tracker no ho ntoma Peter we a political person and now we a communicator ema amanyoku e pese ba ban mu Bibi say who no say because most one person na mo ye bibia your friend of policy fair only we e dey che amount for the buyer
anopay angels no abamenten say omun control me na Ghana from pese Ghana from tie me ye na start series be me friend info 101 info 102 103 angels na boa me ama last half ya direct info Owa, ye ba wo mi aye ni nyina no. Eye strategy bi because me say omakofa expert bi abese Flagstaff na omate office yama no. Office no omate man no obeye research, obeye hwehwemu. E wo ba wo mi stance in the election na ebeba no. Outcome of the research no or the to ba wo mi anim said in ne credibility akofom. Say ye kase ye to aba ne aba wo mi and to mean cross 40%. Enie. Entino the siano the baomia was so yen say. Number 1, Okogana fon hwa. Onya no hu se krokro de don. Ah me mate. Me nya driver no. Yes, our strategy if you honom.
Right.
Number 2, ukwa hwe Ghana for no problem no. E ka se o me ba me ni say. Na me nya driver. Mate.
If it is excavator.
Yes.
You buy yen excavator bio.
Na me pesa Ghana for mutiem ya no panyi na mu hu se.
Yeah.
Saba wo mianka saye ya wo de ba ni nyina eye frakadam.
Including
wafajai.
Performance tracker.
See, eye frakadam. Wo de opa kosa performance tracker no. Wo Eastern region a wo buy do be kwa wale. Owa hafua oba e de obekọ so manya.
Ba so mbelo.
Owa fajai.
E wo hodada.
Wudi anya botre. Ye ni ase no mo no the government.gov.ayi baye.
Yeah.
Aha. Ah, performance tracker no mo di bi ba first. Eno no ko no mo pe. Oba region na de wa ko different region.
Wow.
Oba uko town na de wa ko different city. Enti at the end of the day sa de ni na be frakadam. E de enti no mo sa de bi ba bi. Ye me pesa Ghana for ntia no pen say ye ba wo mia ye ni nyina choreography ne drama na ogina platform so a oye no ye expert bi na de ama ne say ye to aba na walusu enti kodada Ghana for because sometimes Ghana for ni bebre information no mu nim enti kototo go mu tirim enti baby bia da ba wo mia be gina simpie so say wo kasa bia no akwase mensa me say angels no omo the information free flat staff house ye straight croje ye frakadam ye nada approach no be na mama nchiro bibi wonim say ba wo mia ko gina ba bi no okasa o me ba ya no me ka asa me de Ghana ba me ye me ka asa me di we ba me ye me ka asa me di we ba me ye untie the hypocrisy and the double standard here. Number one, we see when you driver we ye mate enti wutufo na efutu on ye fa e na ye adwuma na san niama na wo bobo so se me ba asa me yewe ma ye no mumia musaba wo mia se oka as a driver ana as a mate adenti na onfa eno emma driver no ye ni o san niama na wo bobo so ni nyina no driver na ye nimu no no ono ne akufu ado wote so adenti na wo mfa ma akufu ado a wo ye driver no na wo take that credit. Number two, enti na the same vein yakase sidi no atwape ba wo mian yakase en public debt akosoro ba wo mian yakase inflation akosoro pe wase da bi mi ye mate enti Ghana for muntie ni ya na nkoda da do na nu nie on one side me na me ye we monfa abasobo ne mame but the ya proye ne kankan no da bi mi ye mate na monfa sobo nko ba den driver no we any deception and da aspect no e dia hye ni tirim and yes on fan ko down ho enti dia me pese Ghana ni bia wo tie mi anopai e beti ase ne se ba wo mi adane ne ho dua broni no oba wadane ne ho se oye hanbofo okwa tifi konum suo no no aba nafo no aba bebusa oye ne ho adanko dada de be dada Ghana fo because ye dia to nitim se onko dada Ghana fo because Ghana fo dodo no bebre enim issue no anopai se wutie mi a ba bia ba wo mi be ba waso ye bia no busa ne se o se onye driver enti sa niema na o kekasa waye no oye ni in what capacity unya busa ne pe wa expose no. That is what the researcher told them. The Ghana for busa ne se ansem na o ka se o ma ye we o busa ne se na wo se we ye mate na sa niema we ya obubo no we no in what capacity wa expose ba wo mia because we need no krema Ghana for na omu Ghana for onfa ni die ma Ghana for ba wo mia ba bia wadro no ensem na wo kasa no wotie akire na wo hwe na wo se na papa wo ni Afghanistan for bi na edi nkomo anasa wakodo the Republic of Umofia eno oni Umofia for kasa na enye Ghana ya nyina ya nim because ensem no any the reality on ground so no wotie na because say bio papa bibia koye de and sister so eti babia yadro asoman no. What I am happy about no say President John Dramani Mahama say building the Ghana we want together.
Answer remember hono. Sa performance track ya omode be.
Yes.
Enti se mo am green book ya.
Meanway,
enye the same thing.
Se mema kwesi mensa meti hey. Minya kakeje ya market pa. Asante manyina impo Ghana fo nyina ni bebi akeja dia market. Anambwa Meka se we hospital pa asante mafo ni bebi ase we hospital. Meka tepa the hospital bi twamu de bia. Ukaya. Asa se minyaka Ridge Hospital. Minyaka ya obi ani bebi Ridge Hospital. Terminal 3 obi ani. So what you say? You don't need that tracker no. And I will bet you. Young green book na here no. Ya ni afani abubo. Me say omo no usia omo aho. Omo tumi mbo hwe o. And also omoto no omokeka because uba amafo ho
omoto no omokeka de no omokeka
omokeka nzam ne keke so na monko track ha ya hospital project oh ya way on timi ma was specific because akwasi mensa se metna ha se ya na meka the man secondary school omo wa hafo omo nim the man secondary school ye si ye meti hai meka kwabenya community day school kwabenya fo a wo mu tie ye wo mu nim baby school ni wo enti say ye green book o say ye track out the most important thing say ofa green book now bo project ne pe wo mu tie ye no they should be able to what reference ampa we e wa ha man go vo die ubusa wo mu ankata communicators no wo mu nim baby ade no wo what I say enti na meka say okwa no akwa akopem wo mu track and oh whatever that first track no mo ye ya mo see oh o ma ye about 1,700 project me catch now that house 17,000 project baba ya ko hwe mu no oh ya ni sie nko a me come throw ya ni sie wo mu project dudu ni na za na ye toilet
ti ade nti ni enje ma amani
na me throw say ye wa ya bida and your friend aye biafo wo ba asama ye wura mahama nama oka no sometimes it energizes me, it inspires me. Was building the Ghana we want together. Ghana na ye pen ye ra jom mama se meba. Ye na ye mom. Na ye nim say ye ra mama or you be or your consultative person. Or you be or engage. It is on man ye betimi achechere na ye ya. Ye na ye be kambom ni achechere. It was mom ye mom. This is asem na ye ra mama denam. The Ghana ni wadwen ko so anopay. Let's reflect, building the Ghana we want together. That is inspirational. What can hear you know? What Becca say? 24-hour. Now say the onama walker. I am a day. The governance now of a memono bebuno. The youth is his fault. The youth will be the pivotal center for the whole governance now. That is a Ghana mebuno at the Yura Mahama Akumaso. If you be a becumbia mebuno. Efie biara mabunu ho ye wo enkokrafo ho ye wo merwafo ho ba se mabunu no edi ya efie ni die enti se unya president unya kanifo na ode sam mabunu na to na koma so se oba obete bibia e friend say Ministry of Youth Development yam building a mabunu capacity womo ko suku womo ye nsa na dwuma womo ye businesses all the youth in the various categories me President Mahama me baba ti bibia ye friend Ministry of Youth Development. Young focusing on young mebuno across the region, across the constituencies. Young build the forum. Ebema mebuno anya Kenya. Ebema mebuno anya Jumaye. Ebema mebuno anya Hotoswo because the mebuno edi ye wo fear. They will be taking care of the homes. And merafone nkwakrafone o magona o mutifie no. Sa brantie no sore. Wo kwa dwuma so ba. Obetumi ato bibi edi atofie ama fiefo anya bi. Etiminia we wura John Mahama vision na wanya no and then na me catch me University of Ghana na me wo no edwuma sisi aye no oba 24-hour economy no ukọ school mu na na school for need nkoma obi a person ye adwuma passport office obi a person ye adwuma custom office obi a person ye adwuma Ghana Revenue Authority these institutions and no institutions ya amafum said the security there and this na custom for adwuma for 5,000 na ye wura Mahama say obera ne 3 shift ya. That is a custom kwano. You bet me of 15,000. And Tibebunu be a word team ya no pay ya. The kwando say ye obenya custom edma ya. Omo ya national service ya. September and I said August you know mo wie. Omo ni da so wo hen. Sa you to know. O when that's what say. Custom beba, GRA beba, passport office beba. Ama ya run it 3 shift ya. At least constituency biya no. Ye titemwa ye benya constituency Utah, obimu ewo custom, obimu GRA, obimu passport office, obimu DVLA. Some institutions, you know, when you government sector, they are private sector near the other. And the vision of Yura Domama, and no na to mabuna kuma so ne. I wouldn't kromwa. Obianim said these are practical things. They can best relate. And it is coming from someone who is a visionary leader, who is a nation builder. Who is trustworthy? Only you are John Domani Mama. And to Yabasa Ghana for say, Achia, Emuye, yes, yet, Yabibuana. Baby, I yadrono. Yawaya be dancing your friend, I be afo. Yara Mama and a records. And Yabasa Ghana for. anɔpɛ we are Ghana ni na campaign no won hyɛ da fa ho hyɛ mu amesraw fa ho hyɛ mu efia wom suku awom adwuma awom oni ma dɔfo nkasa December 7th yɛn nyinaa yɛmfa yɛn gidie enkɔta yɛwura John Dramani Mahama na ɔba the Ghana we want no we will build it.
But I say Peter Kwesi Mensah, member of the NDC communications team at the national level, former grassroots president and president of a certain secret society. A secret society. I was here, how do you do? I would Dwabo Ase power 97.9. Yes, sorry, so much mind the power mid morning at Bremo. Bremtobre Cassia boy, and remember what TV show, new radio show. No, 9 pepper with TV show inside politics. No, me a new radio show inside politics. I hear about one my Benny Abesham when you and the channel down. Bye bye.